Are you a celestial being or a terrestrial being? Have you ever felt as if there was more to life than you were aware of? Have you found yourself reminiscing about things you presently have no knowledge of? Or are you totally content with your existence here on Earth and never contemplate on that which lies beyond the physical plane? Seriously, think about the answers you give these questions, for they may very well determine if you are a celestial being or a terrestrial being. What does this mean? First of all, celestial is that which relates to the heavens and is ethereal, immortal, angelic, divine. Terrestrial is that which is within your planet atmosphere, that which is earthly or worldly. There are those beings who are spiritually born and have incarnated here on earth. There are incarnations into this plane. Their incarnation into this plane has brought about psychic powers which make them feel different from others. They suffer a great deal of humiliation, sadness, and depression. Their lives are often burdened with emotions they cannot explain, which may result in the undefined nervous breakdown. Have you ever known someone who was automatically labeled crazy because of their ways and actions so unlike your own? Well, it's very possible that this unusual person you have encountered is not crazy, but a celestial. On the other hand, there are those beings who are born and conceived on Earth. Most of their lives are much easier than celestial beings. They rarely feel out of place and out of touch with their surroundings. This person may have encountered is a terrestrial. I ask you now, are you body, soul, and spirit of this realm? Or are you body, soul, and spirit of another realm? You must broaden your thinking to the realization that there are other realms and other beings that exist within these realms. You see, your planet Earth has shifted and you are now embarking upon an era. Thus, the time is coming when spiritual events are taking place. The climate is changing, the temperatures of the western part of the Grand Canyon is shifting, the ice age is melting. Lost my place. All of this is happening because in the center of your planet there is an opening. Through this opening you will find inside the core of your planet there is a tropical land where beings from other galaxies have come. These supreme beings have come to guide you, and in their efforts have been called many things by those who have little understanding. A spiritual contact by these supreme beings has at one time or another been acquired by even the least educated man. This is possible of the spirit. The omnipotent resides in all of us, the essence which generates the life force with every living, breathing entity. Once you have accepted this, more avenues of thought are introduced in your life which will better help you determine whether you are a celestial or a terrestrial being. It doesn't matter which you are, one is not better than the other because we're all headed towards the same thing as long as you shift your thinking and shift your actions into right thought, right knowledge, right consciousness, loving humanity, humility, morality. It's not about being sinless. It's about moving towards righteousness, moving towards godliness, moving towards perfection. We were born in the image of perfection, but we are not perfect. We are striving to be what our Creator created us to be. You have to understand the Creator has created many different planes of existence, many different planets, many different dimensions of existence, life forms you can't even perceive with these eyes unless you open this one here. Then understand that what they call the human is a younger species and is being dominated or controlled by more advanced species that have been around longer and have more knowledge and are suppressing your knowledge and using the wrong knowledge, teaching you the things that you're doing are just harmless and fun when they're in fact destroying your soul, which is what we're trying to prevent, because that is the second death they speak of in the Bible. The first death is nothing. The physical death is nothing. Many of us have had many physical incarnations. Some of you have memories of those physical incarnations. As long as you keep your soul, you can keep incarnating in the physical bodies, or you can travel the heavens once you're righteous enough. Once you don't go to other planets, start causing wars and lustful all different types of women, then you'll be allowed in the heavens when you don't make mischief. There's mischief in the heavens, but we don't want to bring total destruction. You're about to destroy Earth, not so much you, but the people that you've let oppress you. You all have the ability to fight back, but you must awaken. You must take back your powers, which they tell you don't have, your telepathy, Your ability to speak to nature, to Mother Earth, to the beings that watch over us, to the beings that are under us, the agreeable ones, because above us, below us, in the waters, and that walking on the earth with us are what we call agreeable and disagreeable beings, good or bad aliens. You need to come into right knowledge before these entities enslave you again, and you see they're doing it. They are moving fast, and you need to move just as fast and even faster. This is part of what they deem the marriage, is when we are reunited with the sky family, when the families of the sky and the families of Earth, the terrestrial, come together. And we're not in this spookism, religion nonsense that's blinding us. This spirituality is kind of leading people astray and too prideful. Type of gods want to just destroy another being for no reason, not a whole race. Sure, the disagreeable side, yes, if they want to start problems and they're doing things that are going in the opposite direction of growth, then at times things have to be intervened and beings be destroyed every now and then. It happens. It was the ones you called the Anunnaki that had to wipe out the earth the first time in Genesis, because what they created was turned evil by the disagreeables and they were destroying the earth. We have to understand that everything here is a living being, even the earth, even the rocks, the birds, the bees, the trees, the plants, the leaves, they all are living beings, and they all sing to the Most High. And when you kill them unjustly, when you over-harvest them, when you over-farm them, their souls scream out in injustice, and Mother Nature responds. Because we're not supposed to over-till the land, not even really supposed to be harming the animals, but the way we're farming is way too monstrous. We're living destructively, not constructively. The whole point on living on this earth was to refill it, to replenish it, to make it beautiful. This place isn't beautiful. All this concrete destroying all of the trees, and we're just allowing it. Well, we can't do nothing about it. We'll wait till Jesus come back. Wait till the Anunnaki come back. We'll get our revenge. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care who you believe in. I don't care what your religion is, your race. I don't care about none of it. As long as you're for righteousness, understand one thing. We all have a creator, the all, the source of life. That is true. And if we all come together and call to the source of life to rid this world of these disagreeable entities, they've destroyed it enough. That's all they're waiting for, is for us to awaken and to call out, to cleanse your body, to cleanse your mind, to cleanse your soul. It's too much lust, it's too much food, it's too much alcohol, it's too much drugs. Not just you, me too. But as I'm slowing down, it's starting to spark. The DNA is sparking, and it's sparking fast, and things are getting extra fast, and I'm seeing why, and I'm starting to understand why I feel like this, why I spend so much time looking in the sky. And I know, but as much as I feel home and I love home, I love here too. And I want to be able to go between here and home. It breaks my heart to think that this world may be destroyed. Well, was going to be. We've awoken way past the 144,000, but they're not fully awakened. They're half asleep. They're in a daze. They know something's different, but they haven't fully accepted it because they're afraid. They're afraid of being different. We're too detached to the skin that it's still a little bit nerve-wracking and scary to accept the ethereal. The ether is real. We're in the Matrix, the fake shit. The ether is real. Use your heart, use your soul to test these beings as they come from underground, and they come from the seas, and they come from the sky, because they've been mixing in with the Homo erectus since the Anunnaki started mixing DNA with the Homo erectus. That's why you have beings like us who are humanoid now. You have beings like reptilians that are in a humanoid form. You have insectilians that are in a humanoid form. Then you have ones that are in a more devolved form that wanted to stay in more of their natural state, because all those beings hate humans. They hate us because we are given divinity. They are not given divinity because they went against creation. They went against growth. They rather destroy and kill and kidnap kids. The earthly beings and the beings from the heavens, we don't want that. We protect the women and the kids and our brothers. We don't want all this destruction, all this warring. I don't care what skin color you are. If it's love, it's love. And that's how it's supposed to be. If it's love, it's love. And that's going to be your key to eternity, is when you start living through love. Modesty. We got to be more modest, and humility. We got to be more than what we are. We're on the road to being saints and dressed in the white robes, But even still, you don't have to give up your whole way of life. You don't have to give up your religion. Just make sure you send your praises to the creator of life, the one of righteousness, the one true source. And whoever source is working through those deities, as long as they're righteous and good, as long as I'm doing the good for all, not just myself, not just for wealth. That's what y'all have to wake up to soon. Like now. The pox, the food shortage, the new baby food. They got y'all forgetting about the... But remember, they got the thing running through their veins. And once they change this frequency, these people gonna change. And so are we. But we gonna glow of purity. And they gonna glow of negativity. The gates of hell shall open, as they say. Monsters, beings of all kinds shall come out. Those are them. Some are good, some are bad. But destruction will come to all the unrighteous, to all the agreeable ones, all the ones that chose to stay immoral and too lustful and too prideful, too egotistical. It's just love. Just love. Just love the next person. It's not that simple. Mind your own damn business if you don't like them that much, but just show love. Love a person enough to love a person enough to not care what they're doing. Love a person enough to not rob them. Love a person enough to not see them starve. Love a person enough not to take them off ICU because they ain't got insurance. Love a person enough, if they ain't got $5 and they just bought $60 of groceries, don't worry about it. They ain't about to fire me because my drawer $5 short. Quit playing. We think these are harmless acts, but they are harmful to the soul because they paint the soul not black, but this dark, murky color that's void. You're supposed to fill the soul with love and warmth. We too cold out here. It's too easy to watch someone get knocked out in a fight and laugh. It's too easy to watch people get killed and just go about your day. We become cold. Our hearts are cold, and it's killing our soul. You have to get rid of the devil's ways and know that religion, you don't have to believe it if you don't rock with it, but either way it's love. Religion or spirituality, it's about love. It's about caring. It's about understanding we're all one. We all come from one source of energy, and that one source of energy created multiple different galaxies, multiple different planets, and all of these galaxies and multiple different life forms. And this has been going on for trillions of years. And there have been humanoid beings from trillions of years. Not on this, well, now on this earth, but before, not trillions of years on this earth, but trillions of years in heaven. I don't know how long it's been on this earth, a few billion. Time is different when you go to different dimensions. You can bend time. All of this stuff they show you in movies is true. They're just hiding it from you. That's the trick. You all are aware of that right now. You all are like decoding movies and stuff. Stop decoding the movies. Decode reality. How do you tap into this? Tap into me. Not you, not me, you. I'm on the journey too, but I'm being taught and shown for whatever reasons. But I'm understanding why. Whatever's in this blood, whatever this soul, wherever I come from. But we're here now on earth to help save this place. And this place is beautiful, and I want to see it in its peak. I want to see the trees as tall as they could be. I want to see the flowers and the leaves as bright as they could be. I want to see the birds of all colors, the bees of all colors, different ants and different buggies and everything just living in unity. Do you feel me? It's only the devil trying to kill me and you. But we could live together and share the same food. But it's the devil that got you fearing death. So you fear starving to death, so you won't share your last bit of food with someone else to starving to death. But that might have been your access to heaven, because that person might have been an angel. That's why the Bible says, which if you just decode it, that's why it says be careful who you entertain, because you may have entertained angels. I've entertained angels lots of time in my life and I didn't know it. Random homeless people, just talk to them for 20 minutes and give them a couple dollars, give them a $20. I got us $10 here, take $10. The fuck, I'll get paid tomorrow, I'll survive. I know where my money's coming from. Here, take it. You gonna buy drugs? Whatever, I would too if I was homeless. I go buy me some weed and give me McDonald's. I'm homeless. Can I enjoy my day? Don't worry about it. Jesus, you gonna go do the same thing. At least you got a house. But actually, at least I got nature and my feet in the ground. That's why, son, you gotta be careful who you entertain, because angels don't care about worldly possessions. So sometimes you look at a person like they're poor, but they just don't care about worldly possessions because they have something more pure and more, and that's what we want you to have. I can't just leave this planet if I'm destined for immortality and just be like, F them earthlings, they too stuck on Jesus, they too stuck on this, they too NPC, they took the vaccine, too bad, I'll leave them all down there to fry. Why? If I'm living on for trillions of years, I got time. Apparently it hasn't even been that long compared to Earth. One day is 1,000 years. So it hasn't been that long here. One day in heaven is 1,000 years down here. So some of us that come from the heavens, it feels like we've been gone for a long time, but we ain't been gone that long. We just been stuck in this time loop. But we gotta break these people free. You really wanna see these people suffer? Understand in the Bible when they talked about the angels looking down on man and they seen their suffering and they wept to God and asked God to stop their suffering. And God sent the angels down there to give them blessings. That was us, the volunteers, the people that were watched the flood, seen the people be destroyed. And it broke our hearts to see these people be destroyed, because life is just supposed to be life. You're just supposed to live and grow. All this warring and shit is stupid. Even in the heavens, it's annoying. Like, bruh, live. Stop destroying shit. Stop trying to take over everything. Stop trying to take every woman. What the hell? Leave the children alone. Can they be innocent for fucking 10,000 years? God. Same thing here on Earth. Damn. You gotta wear leggings in elementary school? Stop it. You don't need an Instagram account twerking. No. Get off TikTok. Go dance with the butterflies and the birds and the blue jays. Go make the little cute tiaras of flowers and dance. Go wade in the water, little girls. Y'all got magic y'all don't even know about because your mothers are disconnected, but Mother Earth, Mother Universe, we all were birthed from a cosmic womb, so as long as the wombs are asleep, we're doomed, man. But a lot of us out here preaching and teaching and just puffing with our chests out like it's really changing things. Some of these people just reading shit and just the way they deliver it is like they're just all knowing and stuff. Deliver it in a way where you're just like you're coming with information that even you're trying to understand. Don't come with the information like you just overstand it and then you got all these people infatuated with you and you're leading them all to damnation. Stop it. Stop. If you're gonna teach the people as a spiritual leader, know that you're holding somebody's soul in your hand, and for every time you misteach them, every time you speak out of ego, you may be leading a soul towards what they call the lake of fire or destruction. Think of what that means for your soul. Don't think of the consequences. Screw that, because if you did it, you did it, and you need to suffer the consequences, but it should hurt you to lead another soul astray, to lead another soul away from eternal life. Why? I don't want to look down at other beings and feel like I'm better than you. I'm trying to come up here. What type of magic you know? What type of, I don't know, you might not be the same bloodline of mine. What can you bring to heaven? What can you bring to earth? You need to let your bloodline strive and be pure and have all right intellects. So we not sitting here with headaches and popping Advils, not knowing we dehydrated, and the headache and the Advil was only covering the pain. So then later you die from an aneurysm because you just covering up the pain and you didn't solve the problem. That's the redundancy that they have us in. We're just running from the pain. Everybody working 40 hours a week and we're all sick and tired of it, but everyone got their painkiller: acid, weed, alcohol, sex, cigarettes, beat your wife, jerk your thing, your dildo. You got something, and it's all to run away from the stress, to run away from this constricted reality, because we feel we're supposed to be more free. Whether you're from the celestial or you're from Earth, you all know that we're supposed to be free, because no matter which realm you're in, it's all supposed to be free. You're all supposed to be growth. The right way is growth, right knowledge, so you can grow. We don't need nothing from the ego. No one needs to feel better than the other. We all come from the same thing at the end of the day. We all mixed races and genes spliced up and shit. Yes, there are different. All human beings are different. All the races are different species mixed together, and from genetic splicing to mixing breeds and stuff. And it's been happening billions of years. All the way back from the dinosaurs. It wasn't a meteorite that destroyed them, it was a spaceship that crashed, but you'll learn that later in life. Aliens have been coming to this planet way before human beings were thought to be created. Beings were living in the waters way before beings were living on land. There was a time there was no land on this planet, it was just water. The misconception, the deception has you guys lost, so very lost, and you're headed for destruction, eternal destruction. I know you're gonna say, we're all energy, so how do we die? You deplete your energy. With too much emotion, you burn out your energy. Not completely, because energy can never die, but enough to erase the personality, so that when the spark of life rekindles in that, whatever is left of that little bit of energy becomes a new being. The old you is no more. But that is only for those beings that can't get back into the right path. Stop burning so much emotion. There's too much rage. There's too much lust. There's too much anger. I mean, that's the whole point of what the devil's doing. The devil's doing his job beautifully. We need to do our job more beautiful. The people that look up to the devil as God, right now they show a lot more faith than us. They show a lot more action than us. They putting in the work in that action. When they say the devil working around the clock, don't think it's just one person. It's the whole minion. It's CNN, CBS, all of them people. All of the food companies. We know this. It's when we just say, stop. But it's hard because we're addicted. Trust me, I know. I'm not saying I haven't stopped everything. But I've cut back a lot. I spent a lot of time with the stars for whatever reason. And from it, I get this knowledge that I don't know where it comes from. I know I have other lives that have taught me knowledge for this time. How do I have a vision about being in Egypt, being told that I'm being prepared for a time when the matriarchy will fall, and then all of a sudden here we are, and the matriarchy's rising, and it's the rise of the matriarchs, and the goddesses are coming back. Like, what the fuck? So these aren't just random daydreams, okay? They're visions of past lives, futures, like. However it works, but you have to accept those abilities, and you have to stop saying, oh, it's just, I'm just crazy, or I'm just tripping. No. They're tripping. They power tripping, ego tripping, narcissistic, crazy motherfuckers. They got islands and caverns full of kids and stuff. They're loco. But understand, it's because they know that they're not blessed with a soul. They know that they can't do anything to get blessed with a soul. They've already committed the acts. All 8 billion, 7 billion people that are on this earth that are sinning, it's because of the 200 fallen angels that have fell down here and did all this. And all the humans that have leagued with them and that have heard these teachings, and that have heard somebody try to tell you to live right way, and you still just don't get it, there's just going to be a point of no return. There's going to be a point where we can't help you. Already sometimes the angels look down and their minds are boggled as to what the hell the humans are doing and why. Why do you still take those pills? Why do you drink soda? Soda? Just drying out your veins and clogging them up with syrupy, sugary stuff. Like, this is all water in here. It's supposed to be your coolant system, liquid flowing like your computer. Gaming people, get your gaming PCs. The way you keep that coolant clean, car people, the way you keep that coolant clean, you got to keep your oil clean so your car runs smoothly. Why won't you do that with your body? You know, the angel was yelling at me too. The angel was yelling through me at me and you. Because they're like, get this shit. Get it. You want it. Your soul wants it so bad. You guys are us. We're randomly crying and bawling. And how do I save the world? How do I stop all the chaos and the sadness and the starving? You can start by stop killing yourself. That will help. Because every medication, every poisonous little drink they give you, all the chips, all the super fatty meats and stuff, the poor animals that are being stuffed with antibiotics and stuff, so you're still taking medication even if you don't take medication and you eat meat. So see how they do? The devil is a tricky mother lover, because the devil knows the Bible, and the devil had a soul, and the devil was an angel, and he was one of the most high angels, so he knows a lot of information. He knows the good side and the bad side of an angel, so he knows how to bring down an angel. All I gotta get to do with angels is burn out his energy, whisper in an angel's ear and have him commit murder. How many times God gotta tell you not to kill? Look at how many people the devil got just committing murder over some shoes, a $5 chicken patty. Bruh, you are going to go to the Creator. What are you gonna say when he asks you, why did you kill that person over a chicken patty? What the fuck? Why would I give you eternal life? You beat up a baby. What is wrong with your mind? What is wrong with your soul that you hit a baby, a kid? What is not working in your internal tier that leads you to that? That is more than the devil. You have free will. Unless you're the seed of the devil, then you yes, the devil has children, and these children walk the earth, and they mix with human beings. That's why God told you not to mix with certain beings. That's why he told the children not to mix with the Canaanites, because they were bred from the devil's seed, who was just a disagreeable Anunnaki, got his melanin cut off, so he was an albino. So when he started grafting, he ended up with the lighter skinned people. That's the whole big head Jacob story, Jacob. But you have to understand that what they're telling you in fairy tales is the truth to confuse you. So when people tell you the truth, you look at them like they're crazy. You're crazy. Why do you think you're the only beings in this universe, on this planet? Who told you that? The same people that enslaved you. Whether you're black, Native American, white, you were slave too. Yaqub didn't create just any Caucasian. He created the Aryan, the blue-eyed, blonde-haired, pure race. Most races on this planet aren't pure, and the beings in control don't give a damn about you. Why do you think all the movies, the vampires, whenever you get these 13 families, it's the 13 bloodlines. It's about your blood, because the spirit, your soul, flows through the blood. That's why you have to keep it clean, or else you'll poison your body. You poison the spirit. You poison the blood, you poison the spirit. They know this, but they already lost theirs, so they're just trying to get you to lose yours. You know, they had $1 million, you got $1 million, they blew theirs, and now they want to see you blow yours. And so they like, hey, buy 12 pack of cigarettes, buy another bottle of alcohol, buy 12 more strippers. What you talking about? Buy a TV, sit in the house all day. Don't go exercise. And this money isn't money, it's spiritual currency. You are a star, right? And stars do burn out. They're trying to get you to burn out your energy by being too emotional. Energy in motion. The more emotional you are, if it's angry or the more fast, the more it's burning out, the more energy you're losing. That's why you have to go back to that quiet place. Go back to that now. Let your energy radiate, but don't let it disperse. UFOs are real, and if you had right thinking, you would know that already, and it wouldn't be a conspiracy. It wouldn't be something out of this world, because you would wonder, why do the angels come down on clouds? Clouds that spit fire out of one end and cool air out of another end. And if you read books like Enoch that the devil took out, the Ethiopians are one of the oldest people here with the oldest Bible. They have all the books in theirs. Why would you not follow that instead of the Romans or the Greeks or King James, who came way after them and decided to edit the Bible? Like, come on, logical thinking. You're not critically thinking, and that's leading to your destruction. The letter J didn't come out till 600 years ago, so why do you call this man Jesus? That's not his name. That's not who they were talking to. That's not what they called him. So you're calling on a whole different deity. Stop calling on these deities, these entities. You don't know them. Someone else gave you that name, and until you meet one of these beings in meditation or in your rest, don't call on them. Until you try the soul, by the soul, and you know that being, deity is for you, don't call on them. Call on Source. Call on the Creator. Call on the All. Call on the one that created the universe and created the positive, righteous deities that are here for the growth of all living beings on all galaxies and planes of existence. I want to work with that being and any being under them, those beings, those positive beings, those caretakers, those angels. Don't get caught up in all these names. Don't get caught up in the physical world. I don't even understand how religion doesn't rock with spirituality when religion is about the Spirit. The Holy Ghost? Spirit of the Lord? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Whether you accept to be an African or a Native American, whatever, an indigenous person, didn't we share most of our stories by word of mouth? Europeans that had all the books, destroyed all the books of Alexandria, they destroyed all our books. Kept some in a secret. The Vatican got one of the biggest libraries. What do you think they're hiding in there? And what do you think you're really reading? Real knowledge or tricknology? It's enough knowledge to fill the mind, but it doesn't fill the soul. There's no soul food there. It's enough to get the mind wondering and thinking, but that just leads you back into confusion, because if you don't have right knowledge, then you're going to be confused, because if it doesn't resonate with the soul, then it could entertain the mind as long as it won't. Think about how many TikTok videos we watch. The mind is a monkey. It's entertained by some of the dumbest shit sometimes. You know, we check ourselves. Sometimes we really be like, why the fuck am I watching that? Why? Why did I just waste 20 minutes? Just fell at it, didn't even fulfill my soul. Well, sure, I killed time. That's another thing. We gotta stop killing time. You got time to kill. We are in a battle for your soul. Whether you are religious or spiritual, or you don't know what the hell is going on here. You are in a battle for eternal life. Don't let them destroy your soul. To this, the creator of all life. That's it. You ain't gotta go nowhere else. We ain't gotta use a name till that source gives you something. And if you understand the Bible, God spoke about how his name was powerful, that he didn't just give his name to all beings, and that all beings weren't allowed to speak his name. You understand that words are spells, then you can't just be giving out the names of angels and gods and stuff, because there's power in your name. There's power in their names, because their names wouldn't even be in English, they'd be in some other type of celestial language. While we out here calling them Michael and Gabriel, they go by those names because that's what the people down here refer to them as, but that's not their names. But we understand the level of intellect you're at, so we come at you at that level. That's why certain beings like Dr. York come in and teach you about Christianity and about the Quran and about the Torah, because that's where our people are. They grow up Christian, they go to jail, they come out Muslim or Islam, whichever one, or Moorish, whatever. Eventually they might drop that because the leader of that cult got locked up. Might have been a good black man, but y'all keep forgetting that the devil run the system. So all the devil got to do is play something about the black man on the news, and I just knew something was wrong about him. He was just doing too good, because none of us could do good. You can't be building pyramids and having all that land. Just knew he was touching it. I don't know what's really true, but I'm just saying, like, damn, why every time we 2 steps forward, it's 8 steps back, and we let them do it. We don't go to the accuser. We don't find out if it's right information. And 20 years, 50 years later, and we find, he was right. Damn. Too late. Devil already an extra 150 years ahead of you. I mean, they killed who you call Jesus, Yeshua, right? Why would they not destroy any other prophet you had? Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, whoever. I don't know if these beings are really agreeable or not, but we don't know. We just listen to the devil still. Let's go back to the source. Jesus said, don't go by me, go to my Father. So if his Father's the source, then cool. Then I go to the source, the creator of everything. And if that's God, then God, you are the creator of everything. And that's who I'm sending my prayers to. If it's source, it's source. If it's Allah, it's Allah. If it's Buddha, it's Buddha. If it's whoever, it's whoever. But you are the creator of everything. You're the creator of me, at least. Like, I at least go to the creator of me, whoever created me. Because there's a lot of different gods. Because God is just a title. But the creator of everything is just source. Not fully comprehensible yet. Gods and angels are just beings in different ranks. And they travel the heavens, and they come to Earth, and they grab materials, and they go back to their planet, or some of them like Earth, and they stay here. And you wonder where all these deformities and genetic things come from, and they be like, well, we never had these, because people are playing with genetics, and they have different genes. No offense, that's why you got people that might look a little bit reptilian-ish or like a fucking animal, no offense. Like people like have traits of rats and rodents and things. These things were used to genetically splice humans because certain beings need certain type of genetics in order to make them a humanoid body. Because certain beings, they have the intellect surpassing a human, like the Greys. Their intellect surpasses the human. Supposedly the Anunnaki created them. And they were just drones to scout the universe, and eventually we gave them freedom and they chose the planet, but part of them became disagreeable, part of them became agreeable. Part of them just wanted harmony in the universe, the other part, they didn't have emotions, so they had intellect, they were interested in the soul, they wanted the soul, and so they started splicing their genes with humanoids, reptilians, and the Homo erectus, and started creating different beings, trying to gain a soul. That's why you get that story. A lot of these beings aren't trying to gain souls. I just know the Greys are trying to gain souls because they're more drones, like artificial AI, but like the human body, but not the human body. It's more reptilian and scaly because they came out the seas, like we came out the seas. But we advanced past our reptilian stage, but we still have a little bit of the scales and the webbed fingers, because all life started in the waters, because Tiamat was originally a water planet. It's the whole fight with Leviathan and all that. But you've been tricked in thinking it's just been us here for the last billions of years. No, the Homo erectus was along with the dinosaurs. They were humanoid beings with the dinosaurs. That's why you see them on the cave paintings. They were fighting dinosaurs. The problem was the dinosaurs were wiping the humanoids out. So eventually wiped out the dinosaurs. Took a couple human beings that had good genetics, took them to Mars. That's why the face on Mars, it looks like a beast man, because that was the Homo erectus. One of them homos was being genetically spliced into being the Homo sapien. And this is how we get our advanced humanoid, which was then transplanted back on Earth. And then a bunch of other beings, the Greys, the Insectilians, all started taking genes from the humans, the Nomos. They came down, landed near the Dogons, and they started mixing with humans and genetically mixing genes, trying to create humanoid bodies for them, because they were more fish-like, reptilian-like, snake-ish-like, or whichever ones, or insectilian, all of them. It's more convenient to be human so they could blend in with us, especially at this current time, because of after all the trillions of years of stuff that's been happening on here. Basically, most beings hate humans, because humans and the Anunnaki can gain access to everlasting life. These beings are disagreeable. They destroy life. They destroy the atmosphere. They destroy their planets, and that's why they're here. And the agreeable beings, we don't just wipe people out. So, we'll be like, look, we'll share the planet, but y'all can't destroy stuff. Yeah, okay, no problem. A couple 100,000 years go by, no problem. Then they start destroying stuff. It's the problem. Like, everyone says, yeah, I can be good. I can follow a couple rules. Then eventually, no, I want to do my own thing. You can do your own thing. You just have to live by the universal laws. You can't be destructive. You can't just be mixing and splicing genes and everything like that. You can't be creating weird creatures for the hell of it. If it's for something productive, sure. But you can't just be creating beings for destructive purposes. We're supposed to allow you to destroy one planet, hop to the next, destroy that planet, hop to the next, destroy that planet. That's why Earthlings right now can't go to any other planet outside of the firmament, which supposedly is the asteroid belt. Whatever. It's how much knowledge we don't have. This may seem all far-fetched to you, but you gotta think of Nikola Tesla. Think of how far advanced he was. You don't think that other people were as smart as him and they worked for these people? But Roswell, we already have that, so we already know there's flying saucers, so we already know that they're working with extraterrestrials. So there are ways to interdimensionally travel and everything. Cloning. No, there's cloning. They're just making you think that all of this is futuristic. No, this is all primitive. Everything going on down here is primitive. But that's purposely done. Because if you had advanced technology, you'd be advanced. You'd have more advanced mind, not just destructive technology. That's why they can't give you the crystal technology. That's why they had to take out Tesla. They don't want you knowing there's free energy in the air. That's why they just killed that black man. A car driving on water, not polluting the earth. It's not our job. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're down here for. Take that man out. They're here to destroy the planet and rule it. And rule over the beings. They don't care about our freedom, so every time they do something unjust to us, it's mind-boggling. You'd be like, oh, they did what? Yeah. The government, the United Nations, the 7 kingdoms, that's the beast. America, Europe, Russia, and the other ones. And then the 10 heads, whoever the United Nations are. The beast system is here already. We already had the precursor, if that's what y'all want to call it. And now Monkey coming out. And so let's hope Monkey ain't gonna be the one with the real one. Because if the Who thing went down and they gave up sovereignty, then you know what's up. Achoo, lock them up. get your shot. No. To the chamber. Some shit, you know? Like, it's... The times are coming, and everyone says, oh, we've been hearing about that since the 1990s. You're welcome. Problem is, you ain't got it through your thick head. But apparently enough people were woken up before 2012 to where there was an extension in time, so you have more time to awaken. That's why they're pushing for a 2030, because there's things going on in the heavens and that open up certain vortexes, and when certain vortexes open up, that's when UFOs are allowed to come in. Some could bend time and come in, but it's easier when the vortex opens up for a multitude to come through. They also have technology to fake this. This is to keep you confused. And as long as you don't know how to work with your heart, as long as you don't know how to work with your mind, as long as you don't know how to feel love, then you won't know who's righteous and who's not. So you're going to get on the wrong shit possibly and be food. Or you might get on the right shit, but you didn't heal your body, so it's going to fry your nervous system, because you have to be a highly energetic being. You can't be so weighed down with so many meats, sugars. You ain't gotta not eat meat, but you should not eat meat 3 times a day, 7 days a week. No. 2, 3 times a week max. You could do it. You could survive. Think about your soul. Or at least do it halal. I think that's how you say it. As long as they're pumping your meat full of medicines, no matter how less you eat, you're still taking on a lot of damage. But that it's not comprehensible to us because we don't feel it till it accumulates, and it's a problem. You could have solved it. It could have never been a problem if you just ate the herbs of the earth and the fruit like God said. But we indulge in so much meat. That's the devil. It's obvious. It's like obvious. Like obvious. Pig is a really gross animal, and all religions say don't eat the pig. It should be pretty obvious why. They don't have sweat glands, so they can't even release their toxins. It should be like obvious. That's where the angels go. Why would they eat that? And then you watch the YouTube video and you watch it all about how nasty it is, and they're insane, God. And we're down here like, they all crazy. And I think I am too. But something here tell me there's more to what they telling me. So I'm gonna rock with this. If I rock with this, things make more sense. It's like, oh, okay. There's no such things as UFOs. Alright, source. Alright, creator of all creations, give me a sign. Watch the sky. UFO. What the fuck? Alright. So there's more to life than I knew. Sure, I read it in a book or something, but to experience it, well, that's different. To see visions of another life, and then to hear somebody talk about that time period, and their events are lining up with what was going on in my events. What was I doing in the Amazon? Why was I in the Amazon? Like, what the hell? Why people's burning down Amazon, kidnapping women and stuff? Like, what? Why were there only women here? What is this? What am I then? Am I a woman or a male? Or does it matter because I'm a spirit? What? Go into meditation, see a dragon. You're a primordial dragon, one of the rare few sons of the Great Mother. What does it mean? I don't know. Primordial, I guess. I've been here for a long fucking time. Is that why I know all this stuff? That's why I feel like this world is primitive and all this technology is just, it's supposed to be much better. Is that why when I read Crystal City or I hear Crystal City, something tingles in my soul? Like, bruh, why do I remember a city made of crystals, and why does that sound fucking fire and beautiful? But I touches my soul to where I'm like, I know that. Why do I know that? Where do I know a Crystal City from? And you read about it in the Bible, and Dr. York talks about it. Even talks about this planet risk having crystal trees and other things. Like, I even read any of this, but I know this, but I don't know this, but I know this. Why? What? Just gotta go in here and get that information and be like, all right, so somebody's lying. Let me stop listening to these devils and get this information myself. Read a couple of these religious books, see what they say, and they all seem to be saying the same thing. Love one another, care one another, just be a high vibration, don't be so angry and lustful. They all say the same thing. Eat clean, dress clean, be clean, love your neighbor, be righteous, just smile and say hi. Let's go to war for our gods. Jesus, like, when did I say start a crusade? I thought I told y'all to love thy neighbor. I thought, for God so loved the world, he sent his only begotten son, and whoever loved, bless him, blah, 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 blah. So why not let God deal with it? Why would you go on a whole rampage and slaughter countries and countries and countries and millions of people in the name of Jesus? Allah or somebody, like, excuse me, sir. I ain't no much of a devout Christian or Muslim or nothing like that, but I'm pretty sure all your prophets said not to kill nobody. Maybe I'm misinterpreting something. He doesn't believe in my prophet, off with his head. What scripture is that? Lunatics. They're demonic, devilish lunatics. It's a legion of demons, and all these religions just got you filled with demons. That's why y'all the holy tongue and falling on the ground. I used to be in church like, what is going on here? Why is she and falling on the ground and stuff? What is going on here? Pastor tried to wipe olive oil on my head and nigga, why are you pushing me on the floor? I don't want to lay down on the floor. You know, I just seen these people dancing and running around all this floor. I know they got nice shoes on, but no, I don't want to lay on this floor. What the hell y'all doing? Am I a demon? You first raised Christianity, you just like, am I a demon? Someone with starseeds was probably lost as a mother lover. Am I a demon? Like, this church shit seemed weird. Fuck is talking about? The first time I got to go to night church. Sad day. It's like, you're finally old enough to go to night church. It's only until like 11, 12 o'clock later. It's 11, 12 o'clock. You want me to come home and then go to sleep and go to work? I mean, go to work and go to school? Like, garbage. Anyways, well, church do their little thingy. All of a sudden, they start dimming the lights. And I'm interested. I'm a kid. What they dimming the lights for? I ain't never seen this. I ain't never had a night service. Something says something, start passing out little drinks and chips. Oh, I want some. Yeah, you ain't baptized. Why did I be baptized to get some drinks and chips? What the hell going on? And now we shall drink of the blood of the Lamb and eat of the body of Christ. And I'm just like, are y'all niggas vampires? I'm serious. In elementary school, I'm looking around at church like, these niggas vampires or something? I know you didn't just say drink the blood of Christ and eat the body. I know it's representation, but why the hell would you? Why does that even sound like a right thing to say? I don't care how holy or anointed you are. I'm not about to drink of your blood, eat of your flesh. You better reword that. Love me like a brother or something. Like, I don't know. Follow my lead, stay in my steed, something. What the hell you mean? Y'all probably, they don't even know what he means. So that just means to be washed in the blood of the Lamb. What the hell does that mean? Because, back in those days, they were sacrificing lambs and stuff. You sure they wasn't, just, you might be praising the religion of demons. But you don't try the spirit by the spirit. You let someone else read you the book. You ain't ever read the book. And you'd be like, oh, they said those books weren't canon. How? Who told them? Who told the prophets to write these books? How do you know? If someone wrote a book right now and told you that a voice from the sky or somewhere spoke to him and told him to write this book, you probably tell him he's crazy. But because someone told you that this was a holy Bible, all of a sudden it's just 100% correct. Oh, you know, they're enslaving us in the school system. They're enslaving us in this job system. They're killing us with health care. They're killing us with medication. But you know what, darn it? They had the love in their heart to give us that Bible. And I know that's the truth. They wouldn't tamper with that. It said not to do that in Revelations. It also says in the book of Enoch that when the angels fell, that they were already doomed to an eternity. That no matter what they did, when this era was up, they were going to be cast into the lake of fire. There is nothing they can do to redeem their souls for damning your souls. Most of this shit going on earth is because of them, because they taught you wrong, because they whisper in your ear, drink more, do this more, go to war and stuff, and you listen. So they go get theirs. And anyone who don't right their ways, you go get yours too. So you gotta right them ways. It ain't about not sinning. It says don't get drunk. You can drink. You just can't get drunk. You take a sip of alcohol, you can drink a cup of alcohol. You can call it drunk if you want, but you still have a sober mind. Your mind is not sober when you go and knock somebody out, when you get drunk enough to knock your wife out, when you get drunk enough to black out and the spirits take over you. That is why you're not supposed to get drunk. But Jesus was sipping wine, but you drink alcohol, you're going to hell. Religious extremists, spiritual extremists, they're false prophets. And they're going to be deemed false prophets because the way you teach is wrong. And it's not that you taught wrong. Some of us are teaching wrong information, but the intention in our hearts is what's going to save us. And it's the intention in our hearts that's just enough to help open up the minds of the people. So the information may be wrong, but the intention is good. And as long as you're not spreading like outrageously wrong information, then you cool. But ask for right knowledge from the creator of everything, source, mama, when you get there. A lot of people ain't ready for that. But I mean, if all life on this planet comes from a female, and we were made in the image and likeness of God, I'm just saying, like, sure, he took a rib out of Adam, if you want to believe that, but what gave her reproductive organs? Part of that was of God, unless there was a womanly version of God. Like, come on. But if you read Revelations, I'm not going to find the verse. It tells you that the woman is wisdom. And that is what they're oppressing. They're oppressing your women. They're oppressing your wisdom. Go back to your ancient ways. It was the matriarchs, whether you're African, Kemet, or indigenous, Native American, whatever you are. It was a matriarch. You went to the eldest woman for the wisdom and the intuition. We sat around the grandmas and the grandpas, the elders, but especially the elder women. Come on. Right thinking, critical thinking is key. How did she get 2 double X's? What part of our Y gave her a whole X? Maybe one of her X's broke in us. And that's why we got a Y. We got nipples for no reason. What's the point? Aesthetics? Because I mean, it would probably look odd not to have them, but what's the point if they don't work? According to evolution, that would mean they worked at one point in life, right? Maybe when you were a female? Is that why you're female for the first few months of gestation? I think that's what they call it. Why start out as a female? If Adam was always Adam, wouldn't you start off as Adam and then turn into? Why does the female turn into the male? And if she had XX and one of her X's became a Y, that means she deformed. So wouldn't the male be a deformed version of the female? Right? The one who birthed all of civilization? I mean, it comes to a point where it's like, hey, bruh, I could tell a 5-year-old that, yeah, sure, it'd be comprehensible for them to believe it, but as an adult, it comes to the point where you don't just listen to people and believe it, but use your damn mind and use your soul. What are you doing? Y'all believe in the most nonsense, the most utter nonsense, and it just boggles the spiritual mind. Us spiritual beings, the ones in the heavens, it boggles our minds sometimes. Like, bruh, you just... What? It hurts me when I worked at Taco Bell and people would be like, oh, I'm $1.50, $2 short. I don't... Here, take it. Are you sure? It's food. You're hungry, right? What's $2? What is $2 to a billion-ass corporation like Taco Bell? You work at Taco Bell, any of these food companies, you know how much food we waste? Lady, I'll take a taco off. Take that. You need an extra taco or a burrito, a drink. Got kids in the back. You know, some cinnamon twist with co-workers looking at me crazy sometimes. Why are you always giving out free food? Because people be hungry, demon. Why you tell that person he can't have a taco? It was $1.50. Just give him the taco. Just delete it off the register. They ain't about to come in here on the FBI. How many tacos y'all done gave out? Fuck. Little shit like that. That hurts. That hurts the angels. Just like, why? That one moment, show compassion. Who cares? Feed that person. Pull $1 out your pocket. You struggling? Who cares? Do you not believe in God, a creator or something? Do you not believe your righteous acts are going to be paid for? Maybe not in this life, but the next? Come on. We're like rooting for you. Come on, humans. Come on. They up above like, come on. Devil just like, show how it's done. Booty. McDonald's. Cigarettes and alcohol. Well, you don't say. Get a homeless man my last $3. That's a swisher. I've said it before. I look back like, damn. I don't know why it makes me want to cry now. Like it's just evil. Nigga, take this $3. I'll roll a joint. I got a bong. What the fuck? What the hell? I got top ramen at home. I got a home. Here, take this $5. I was gonna go buy some chips and soda and go drink some water and fast. I know where my meal coming from. I got a check coming in a week. Go buy you some crack. Enjoy your damn day. Shit. Sometimes people don't even understand how free homeless people be. If I work at Taco Bell or AM/PM, they're always around, so I end up chilling with them. You know, make friends with the good ones, ones that ain't too out of this world. Like, look, I can handle you as long as you ain't talking to 3 other people, because then I just don't know who you're talking to. Cause sometimes you start fighting with other people, and I don't want to get involved in a fight with other people I can't see, and you and me, and then nah, look, just go here, take a free coffee, want a soda, want some cookies. There you go. Don't worry about it. Just you can't hang out over here. Go across the street to McDonald's. Give me the cool pothead stoners or the ones that can keep their highs under control. Like, I chill with them. Good conversations. Beautiful people. You homeless. Why are you sharing your food with me? I got food at home. No, here, just take half my sandwich. Oh, it's 3 of us. Oh, we're gonna split this in 3. Y'all are homeless. Y'all gonna split food with me? Damn, I cannot hate humanity. As much as I used to live young, be in my little teenage angst, I hate the world, hate humanity. Let the world burn. And be like, go to work. Some old lady, hey, how you doing? Whatever, give her a taco. Here, sweetheart, here's $5. Have a nice day. Oh, shit. Thanks. Damn, I was just in a bad mood. Nice old lady just gave me $5. I don't hate humanity. I just hate the way we live in. And I don't know, it's because of these demons, and so I hate them. And so I ask with all righteousness and whoever the creator of all creators, man, destroy these demons and use me as a vessel to destroy these demons if I can. If this is what I came down to earth for, and you told me, all right, let's get to it. I want to see people free. I'm trying to see the world free. I'm trying to see what a Nikola Tesla could do in his full prime. Like, we would have been had more than flying cars. There's, man, primitive technology. Flying cars is old. You know, the world could be hella fun. But the demon doesn't want it to be that way. We just letting them rule. So we gotta come together. Do the meditation and the prayer at 8. Join Sika. She's still doing it. I gotta get on mine, set my alarm, get more people on that. Start righting the world in a positive way, lifting the vibration. They can't handle high vibration. That's why most of them hide underground. Can't even handle the sun and radiation. So we gotta understand that there are angels of all races and all beings. And there are devils of all races and all beings. And the devils are working hard to pull the angels down to their deaths and to pull them into the abyss with them. And me and many others don't want anybody to go. As many people as we can want to bring y'all to the abode. I think that's how you say that. Not the abyss, the abode, to the heavenly abode. I believe that's what they call it. To the heavenly realm and to the earthly realm. Because we are supposed to inherit heaven and earth, which means we can come back and forth. You know how lit that would be? Chill on earth for 1,000 years. Alright guys, I'm going back to the heavens real quick. Check out a couple planets. Do whatever God got me want me to do. What type of missions God got us wanting to just do on other planets and outside in other dimensions. In my Father's house of many mansions. I'm sure we ain't just gonna be chilling. Angels singing music and making music like... Oh, we ain't gonna be in church all day? Hold on now, the afterlife sounding pretty dope. Let me cleanse my soul, man. We don't want y'all to miss out on this. This is gonna be heaven and earth. The righteous rulers living in growth, just growing together, growing our skills together, learning how to grow the world, how to grow different foods, how to make everybody comfortable and able to just live and prosper. Just prosperity all around. Everybody got a couple acres, everybody got food and clothes. Like, who has to have more food and clothes and acres than the other person? That's just devil thinking. He has 1 acre, I gotta have 2. Why? To show off? Like, stop. That's the weirdo thinking. That's that stuff where you smash your homie bitch behind his back, try to still be his friend. Like, no, you weirdo niggas, go away with that. Stab your brother in the back for a couple $100. No, we don't need you weirdos. That's weird. We don't do that. We a tribe. From the heavens to the earth, we a tribe. Throughout the whole galaxy, we a tribe. We stick together. The 12 tribes, it's probably multiplied once you get to the heavens. We together, we rock. Yeah, we fight. We're just not supposed to kill each other. Not supposed to be murdering each other. If it has to come to it, it has to come to it. But we shouldn't easily fight over it. Play a game over it. Some type of mental stuff. There's much more better, positive ways to solve problems than killing. Killing should always be a final resort. Eventually abolished. Why kill? Why not promote everlasting life? We don't need to fight over anything. The devil wants you to make you think there's scarcity. There's not scarcity. We got a whole universe of things. He just on a time limit, so he got things to do. So he ain't got a day to miss. That's why he playing with you. But you ain't got a day to miss either. Or you gonna miss the ethers. the heavenly realms. Don't get held down here. This is hell to the soul. And don't get me wrong, I love to put on this earth suit and take a stroll. Smell the leaves and dance with the trees and the birds and the bees. Then let my body rest and go back to the heavens. To that triple blackness from which I was birthed. That the devil tried to tell me was a curse. The boogeyman in the dark, nah, that's mama. It's the light that's causing all the drama. Cause once you come through the canal, boom, you're blind. Honestly, I didn't even mean to rhyme. Except that time. Time is coming. Even if it's in the next 10 years, that's not a lot of time. Time is speeding up. You don't know because of the Hadron Colliders and other dumb experiments your governments are doing. They have way more knowledge and technology than you thinking. They have messed up time on this realm. That's why things seem off. It is off. And if they keep playing with time, they could destroy the universe. Well, this one, part of it, whatever. They could make it to where the planets start getting pulled into the sun if they start playing around with certain things. So we have to elevate and raise our vibration and get back into telecommunication with the higher beings, with the ones that are walking the earth with us. So that way we can know right knowledge and know what is true and what is right and which way to go, the straight path. No left, no right. Straight and narrow. I got it. It's time to go and raise the vibration. Drop all the devil's food. Anything with 10, 5 plus ingredients that you don't know how to name, stop. It's gonna be hard to replace it, but you gotta understand, do I replace this food or do I lose my soul? Because every time I eat something, every time I drink something, every time I smoke something, every time I do something, I'm taking damage to my soul. And it's not a problem, but we don't know moderation. The devil taught us not to know moderation. So we overindulge in everything. Anger, happiness, lust, sex. Be the most happiest person. Oh, let's go get a bottle. Then you overindulge in your happiness and you're drinking, and now you got a headache, or now you're too drunk, and then you get into a fight. Now your whole day is ruined. Moderation. That's it. Smoke a joint, you cool. Smoke an ounce, your lungs fried now. Maybe not today, but it's destroying you little by little. The chemical reactions going off in our brain. That's energy and motion going on there. It needs a time of relaxation. So we just have to slow down, but fast every now and then. Just for 3 days a month, just cut out everything. We just drink water. Take a day to not do anything. I love weed, but we gotta take those breaks. I like drink, but I don't need to be drunk. I don't even like being drunk. Just be emotional. Then be mad when my body hurt. That's illogical. That's insanity. That's the devil's thinking. That's disagreeable energy. That's me siding with my disagreeable side instead of my agreeable side. That's me putting too much energy and motion and burning out my neurons, I think, or neutrons, something, whatever. I don't know the right words. Too much terminology. Remember, the devil not after your body, he's after your soul. That's always been the goal, and that's why he promised it to you, because his was null. So he teach you his ways and pretend to be God. But the humans on this earth don't peep the facade. So they move in destruction. They bomb in barrage. Killing all these people in the name of Allah or God. Women and children turn against their brother. Republican and Democrat, then it's fuck your mother. Left or right, as long as you fight, black or white, devil is alright. Light or dark, when it's all the same, they all exist within this plane. The heavens below or hell below. Either way, it's all within the darkness, yo. But the darkness is scary. It's unordinary, but when it's everything, it's where the holy things sing. It's the ultimate culmination of all the vibrations, all the light spectrums, all the sound frequencies, all the radio frequencies, all the electromagnetic frequencies, everything muddled together in this pure, black, beautiful darkness. It's living consciousness. The mother of everything, and she loves all her children, agreeable or disagreeable. She wants us all to live together. Because the mother understands that her children are both good and bad. You're going to have a bad seed. But do you turn your back on your seed? Nah. That's why even though my brothers get lost, I give love to those mothers that still love their sons, even though they become killers. That's some of the illest love. Because this world is broken right now. Everybody lost and hopeless. But we turn on each other like we don't understand their pain, like we ain't standing in the same rain wondering why they soaked. Crying in despair, talking about they can't breathe when they poison in the air, and you looking at them like, why? Knowing your lungs feel scratchy. But the devil always on your back, see, whispering in your ear, telling you what to fear, like eternal life isn't near. Telling you to shun away humanity like that's not your family. We all come from the Eve gene, so in the end we all one. The mitochondria makes everything. It all came from the woman. So she's the key being broken down in all the religions. It's like unity against the woman. The men were created to be the protectors. In the end, we just the bystanders and hecklers. How the fuck did this come to be? I pledge no allegiance to no country. I pledge allegiance to life and the creator of all life. I give my soul to make sure everyone can live free. Because I already know I'm blessed with eternity. And I want to bless everyone that's around me. I don't care if you're in a different plane that I can't see or can't feel. I can gain to that level and then we could be friends and then chill. But everybody broken and wanting to be different. Rob another so you could shine while he don't. But that may have been his last time to feed his kids. But you don't give a fuck what God do. You think it ain't true, but angels and devils always watching you. Recording everything, trying to help manipulate your moves. But you got free will. You end up stuck in the groove, stuck in the loop, going around and around in a circle, and it's the one that'll hurt you. Because the one that'll heal, it just don't seem real. To pray and make the devil go away just seem cray-cray. So now my brother's trying to build up laser guns and spray. The spirituality ain't for wars, for health and love. But every now and then you do gotta throw a gun. Fucked up. But every now and then there is a little fight or something, you know? But it's still love. You can fight your brother and still love him. You never had to kill. That was the devil whispering in your ear. They taught us these ways. I was trying to turn them away. We gotta come to the understanding it's illogical to feed kids candy. And once we come to that toward the right thinking, we'll start to move forward. Just really think of the absurdity of feeding them little things of packs of sugar. And then look on the back and look at all the dyes. And we all know all these dyes do different things and different neurological damages. And there's at least like 5 different colors in all the packages. So there's like 5 different dyes and I'm doing different neurological and other type of damage all throughout the body. But as long as they look fine, it's alright. As long as like they acting fine, it's alright. But they don't know they in pain. They don't know their brain is in strain. but it accumulates and accumulates from a young age. Nothing's wrong with eating McDonald's, but when you start eating McDonald's at 5 years old and you eat McDonald's at least once, twice a week, then by the time you get a teenager, they don't teach us about diet. We don't know how to cook food by then. We just eat fast food and top ramen. I look back at my life and think about all the death I consumed. Then got to the right knowledge and still willingly just, I don't want a banana. We'll eat some top ramen. Why would you eat that plastic shit? No one is plastic. Oh, I gotta stop eating this plastic shit. Why do you keep saying that? That's insane. Stop it. Angelic beings aren't supposed to be insane. And those on the path to being angelic aren't supposed to be insane. You're supposed to be of right knowledge and right thinking. We're just thinking all types of wrong. Oh. But the angels and the Creator have faith in us. And we've actually done better than we even thought. And we are on the path towards this righteous day when the heavens open up and the real crystal city or something like that will come down. Beings will come out these little ships. Make sure you fill it out in your spirit, and this is the righteous one. I don't know about Project Blue Beam. I think that's a distraction, because every time people see UFOs, they scream Project Blue Beam. But I learned to tell the difference through feeling them. You can feel what's artificial and what's real. Like, I know when military helicopters are following me, and I know when spaceships are following me, because as I've seen them, as I studied them, went outside and watched them, learned how I felt when I seen certain lights in the sky. But we don't do observations like that anymore. But our ancestors did. But we wonder why they were so wise. Our ancestors lined up the pyramids to the Belt of Orion. How many kids could point out the Belt of Orion right now? Like, that's how lost we are. You know what time the Belt of Orion rises and when it sets? Our ancestors did. They knew what it meant. Certain stars were in the sky. It was certain seasons. It was certain heavenly portals above us, which sent down different energies. We did different dances and different rituals and different things to celebrate the spirits of life, the spirits of whatever planet we're on, and the spirit of the Creator, the soul, whatever. But we don't do that anymore. We don't give reverence to the spirits because they call it spookism. We're not worshiping anything. What are you talking about? I'm giving thanks and I am praising with my friend the air, my friend the rock, my friend the ground, my friend the tree, my friend the bird, the deities that are in the air that you can't see, the lightning deities, the water deities. All this is alive, so it's a being. That's why you pray to things, not worship. There's a difference. Why would I worship something that's equal to me? We're all equal. We're all equal beings. None of us are supposed to rule over each other. If you're in the heavens and you do have a higher rank, you have a higher rank. There's ranking systems, that's fine, because there needs to be order in the universe. Order is fine. Rulership is not. Dictatorship isn't cool. But to govern and to rule in a right and righteous way, just to make sure the people and the nations is doing everything in accordance, keeping all the food and everything stocked up and checked up on, making sure every citizen has what they need, all the provisional needs and stuff, and make sure stuff's in order. But that would just complicated it and separated everybody, so everything's in disorder. But a lot of us are seeing it now. We're waking up to the true harmony of the universe. We're all going to be singing on one accord, one beautiful song. The rocks, the ground, the birds, the trees, the bees, all human beings, all beings. Reptilian beings, the nomos, the greys, the insectilians. They are good beings on all those sides. But they don't communicate with us because we are so lost It's on site. Our military is at war with all these beings. So right now they don't trust humans. Like animals. If animals know humans are dangerous to them, they won't go near none of them. Unless you have a high vibration, then they'll know. That's why those people with high vibrations, those empaths with this love for everything. That's why you get the weird extraterrestrial things happening, and aliens and creatures, and they come to you because they feel your love. Even if they might spook you, you won't try to kill it. Like, your first thought won't be to kill. These beings will only approach beings with compassion, because anyone else is gonna fight or flight. They'd rather you run, but they don't want to scare you. That's why they don't just bust out the sky. That's why you have to get to a certain intellect, to a certain vibration or understanding of what's going on in the realm, and an acceptance of that, so they don't freak you out. But some of us have missions to do and higher connections, so we end up tapping into things. We end up like having a kind of like you stick your toe in the water, and then your brother push you in. Like we're tiptoeing into spirituality, and every now and then they'll be like, ugh, and all of a sudden you'll be like, I was out my body, or I just was in a vision, and they'll be like, yeah, you need to see a little bit. So they give you a flash real quick, because having these telepathic powers and this telepathic communication, it requires brain power, it requires your spirit energy, the electrical energy of your spirit and your brain. And if your body and your spirit and your brain, mind, body, soul, aren't all in accordance, and they're not all working, functioning properly, like a computer or electrical outlet, like if something's wrong in there, it's going to short circuit, and that may kill you or leave you in a coma. That's why extraterrestrials don't just communicate with everybody. You're not on a level where you can, and you don't understand the power that comes with that, the energy it takes to do that. The body is like a battery or a computer, and it can only hold such a charge depending on how you take care of it and how you build it up. In order to communicate with certain beings, those beings are working on a 60 volt frequency. We're on a 20 volt frequency. If they try to communicate with us, we'll fry. But when you get to at least 30, 35, then they're like, all right, I can at least send you a little. And that may boost you to that 40, 45, where they start pulling you in more. And then once you match 50 and 60, then you can start communicating with them. That was just an example, not anything exact. But we need you to come to an intellectual, an emotional, and a spiritual understanding of these things that are going on here in this realm, this place, this space, because we're all in space. We're all in a part of heaven. It's still heaven. The space is heaven, but here, understand everything that's going on in this galaxy, as you call it. Just understand that there are beings that are way older than you, and there are beings that are on other planets, that have been on other planets, that travel to other planets, that interdimensionally travel. And there are ranks, because the Creator put in order a caretaker, which will be God, and the goddess his wife, whoever that may be, or the goddess her daughter, and they are the caretakers of Earth, and they have children who do their work, and those will be your angels. And those angels reside in heaven, and they incarnate on different planets to do different works to help beings advance towards this angelic state, as you call it, etherian state, when you start to get the right knowledge. And that's all it is. It's life. It's all a cycle of life. It's not life and death. It's like transformation and reconfiguration or something like that. It's just a cycle. One type of being to a next type of being. Once your physical body passes, you're going on to an etheric, spiritual being. Depending on what you did in the spiritual life or your physical life, then that'll determine the next role of things. Whether you incarnate as another physical being, or your spiritual body gets thrown in this place where spiritual bodies get kept. until they learn their lesson. It's not forever. Hell is not meant to be forever. It's a place where you learn and you burn out your desires for being evil. And it never sat right with me for hell to be forever, unless you did certain things like the devil, like the 200 fallen angels. It might be bad for them. It might be eternity for them because they did too much destruction. They went against God, who is the caretaker of the word, earth, and the heavens. So, like, you know, you don't go against dad, bruh, especially when you grown. Get the hell out the house now. Like, what the, and mama, you disrespected dad and mama in the house, in their house. Went against their rules in their house. Got kicked out and still disrespected them. When your brothers and sisters came down and tried to correct you, disrespected them and went to war with them. Y'all had too many chances, bruh. So y'all got this much more time to reign on earth, and when that time ends, it's gone. Y'all gone. You gone. Cleanup time. Anybody on your level and frequency, y'all gone too, because y'all gonna destroy the earth. And once we clean it up, we just can't have dirty people still here. Can't be like, just leave like 3 roaches. But no, you're gonna have 1 billion in like 3 days. Roaches breed, multiply quick. Devils do too. So you ain't gotta accept it all. You ain't gotta believe it all. You just gotta start going back to the Creator, and start just opening your mind to this lie that's been right in your face. I'm pretty sure there's some religious people that still aren't onto this, but read your Bible. Did the angels not come down and eat with people, walk with people, speak with people, and then go back up? Where did they come down from? What did they walk on? What did they eat with? What did they speak with? The angels in Sodom and Gomorrah, I believe one of the people tried to take one of the angels somewhere. Like, you know, they wanted them. The angel was like, nah. And they tried to force the angel. So, like, how do you force the angel if it's etherical? That means the angel came down in a physical body. Angels come down in a physical body. Everyone thinks Jesus is coming back. Where is Jesus now? And how is he coming back? He sat on a chariot. What is a chariot? Read your Bible. A wheel within a wheel. It's a saucer or a type of ship. But you don't have critical thinking because they stole it from you. So this is still too far-fetched or too much for you to understand, but it's right in your face. Read it for yourself. Use your own discernment. Use your own discernment. Understand these people don't have my best interests. So why would they take books out the Bible and then go read the book of Enoch and then go read about him being taken up into the heavens? Taken up into the heavens. Transported on something that was moving, and something he explained that was a ship. The way he explained it, it's a ship. And while he was in this ship, this top of the ship opened up and he could see above the stars above him. And the angel showed him all these things that were happening in the stars. This is in your Bible. Why did your religious people take it out? Because they don't want you to know this knowledge. If you knew angels were what you call extraterrestrial, you wouldn't have such a fear or such a lack of knowledge. You'd understand, you'd comprehend heaven a little bit more. It's incomprehensible to you because you don't know what it is. There are physical places in heaven. It's not just a spiritual place. There are 7 heavens explained in the Bible. There are 7 different levels. There's levels to this ish. As much as your government don't like money, as much as your government loves money, they don't tax the churches or the religious organizations. But all the governments are run by the devil, so wouldn't religious organizations get triple taxed unless devil know all the religions better than you, so he knows how to read them to you inside out, so you don't have right understanding of the scripture? Teach his pastors and rabbis to read one part, skip to another part, skip to another part, skip to another part, so you don't ever get the full digestion of what you're reading? Pastors sit there for 2 hours explaining fucking half a chapter of a book, and that be it. Half the sermon's about his life and stuff, and half the sermon's just a bunch of metaphorical affirmations and positive hoorah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good, but you can get that on YouTube. You didn't teach me no right knowledge. Explain to me how these people are coming down on ships and going up on ships. Why are the ships shooting fire? Sounds like some type of saucer airplane to me. Why is the crystal city coming out of heaven? A big old spaceship taking up the 144,000, then bringing them back. Like, it's just right there. The Nomos, the Dogons, beings from the Sirius star constellation, came down and gave us knowledge. Sumerians, Anunnaki, beings from another star system, came down and gave us knowledge. Oh, these people, they got all this knowledge that we just don't understand. No, they said they got it from star people. Aliens? Imposters. Preposterous. But they have knowledge that y'all don't understand, but they're supposed to be primitive compared to these modern civilizations. Oh, somebody modern must have gave it to them. Some European must have did some discovering and gave them this knowledge. But y'all don't even have a telescope that could see that star. You'll get it. You'll get it one day. You'll get it soon. And you'll be like, it was right there all in my face. All this time. Read this from one of these Dr. York tablets. The galaxies other than your own that are held together by mutual gravitation, they reside in other universes. There are 19 universes in over 144,000 galaxies. Your planet Earth is the third galaxy of the 19th universe. Some galaxies are in their earlier stages and thus considered more primitive than your planet Earth. Then there are galaxies that are further ahead in development than your galaxy, and some are already at judgment. The development or advancement of the galaxy depends on the sun. Your galaxy is on its way to destruction. You are doing things on this sphere that are affecting other spheres. If you physically bound, you will not be able to escape this physical destruction, and that is why I stress that you concentrate on spiritual growth. See, one thing the angels and the devil, the demons, understand is that the physical body is just an avatar. It's important, but it's not as important as the soul, and that's why they're attacking your soul. They don't care about killing your physical body. They know you're just going to incarnate somewhere else. But if they can kill your soul, whatever that is, if they can deplete your energy, they can entrap you onto their lower densities, then they can bring you with them and continue to feed off your energy. They're trying to get you guys to grow your spiritual energy so you can make this ascension before the destruction of this planet. And then we come back to re-cleanse it again, because these are cycles that happen over and over, and that's why you hear this story over and over and over, because at the end of certain eras, the world is cleaned, certain genetics are kept, and then the rest are washed away. All the disagreeable ones are washed away, but I think we're at the end of all those cycles or something, but let's not be on the disagreeable side when that time comes. That's interesting. The era of air begins with a new awareness. You are beginning to realize that there is more to man than just his five senses, that you can have connections with beings outside this planet. Man is finally acknowledging that when your Old Testament mentions that the sons of the omnipotent coming down, that something took place, And the cities Mu, Atlantis, and Lemuria did not just disappear. You can now see that the supreme beings do personify and bring revelations to the chosen to bring enlightenment to their people. With the many things that are happening before your eyes and within your grasp of understanding, you would know that man is elevating to a point where he is using his mind more than his body. And with this, he will eventually evolve into a mental being. You would begin talking about strict discipline and spirit because you are seeking a higher spiritual path. And that's where we're at now. And Dr. York wrote all these books hella long ago. But you shouldn't just use books to gain information. I use books and YouTube videos, outformation, to bridge gaps with my information. Things that I have this knowing of, but I can't quite put my finger on. So that even though I come across the information, it makes it more clear. It makes it clear that there's other planets and planes of existence outside of this current reality. It explains there's beings outside of this existence and current reality. But I gotta advance my mental level and connect with these beings so I can know who they truly are, because I don't like using names anymore because I know everything in English is a spell. So I'll rock with this, Anunnaki, Riskians. I want to know. All these prophets have people talking to them. Come talk to me some more, because I've already been talked to before, so I'm like, what? Alright, I know. Drinking too much, smoking too much, eating meat, cheese, just cutting off the telepathic communication. So it's like the heavens slowly start showing you things. You get the 222s, the 333s, your ears start ringing, you start maybe seeing things here and there. That's them opening the door. That's like the call. That's part of the call. Now you have to be chosen, and you start coming into right knowledge. You start coming into eating healthy and all this stuff and meditating and stuff, but it's so hard to break away from the physical life that you give up. But you don't realize what you're truly giving up is becoming the solar being, the mental being, the solar spirit, the Merkaba, the tetrahedron. Being able to change your physical body to light like the Tibetan monks. So that way you can travel the heavens without a ship. Or use a ship. You can travel the stars in either way. It depends on which one's more convenient. But this all still sounds like Star Wars to some people, but this has been going on for trillions of years. And if alien ships are crashing on here, on this plane now, how long have they been flying? How many of them are? Are there others in other galaxies we just don't know about that maybe don't want to communicate with Earth, or maybe just don't? Maybe they like to keep to their own. But they got you thinking it's just too far-fetched because God would just create one planet. Why? He has heaven. There's mansions in heaven. I'm pretty sure they're not just literal houses. I'm pretty sure there's houses, but I'm pretty sure there was more symbology to that. If you read the book of Enoch, Enoch was taken into different levels of heaven and seeing different things. And the angel told him, like, this is what you receive when you receive everlasting life. You get to travel through these different planes of existence and things. And the devil got cast from that. And now he's trying to make sure that you can't either ascend to it or you get cast from it. Every mood you're in, whether it's anger, joy, sadness, generates a certain flow of energy which can, if permitted, expand and incorporate others in it. You must learn how to avoid being susceptible to bad outer forces and open to good forces, thus to establish harmony within yourself while teaching others to live in peace. Hey! There is another kind of energy that can be seen by those who are sensitive to the unseen things. This is called the aura or the halat. It appears 2 or 3 feet away from the body. Halat is looked up as atmosphere of the body because it reflects the real body, its mental, mood, health, and character. The purer you are, the more illuminated your halat will be. Your aura has colors that reflects your mood. I wonder, is that what I see when I look at trees? because I can always see a reflection of trees whenever I look at them. Like you see the tree, but you see like an energetic shadow that stands taller than it. I used to think, is that what the tree's like full potential is? But now I think I'm just seeing the aura of trees and plants. I seen a green aura around my hand once, or my foot. That's dope. See, it's better to use books to bridge your knowledge than to gain knowledge. To just hear it's one thing, but to experience it and then read it and then make the connection that's the DNA explosion. Some of you have the knowledge, but you're lacking the experience. Some of you have the experience, but you're lacking the knowledge. Red projects or encourages desire and evil. That's why all the fast food places probably are red and yellow. Blue is highly spiritual mood. Barely see any blue places. Yellow reflects intellect or a total state of consciousness. And green is the most divine, which is reflected from the heavens of the mental plane, which is why all the plant life is green. And you were once green before your melanin rusted. I lost my place. Black reflects supreme balance. White, state of purity of mind and soul. Brown/gray, negative moods. You have the potential to evolve into beings of all spiritual nature, but you're rejecting it. You're catering to the physical needs and ignoring your spiritual needs. The soul inside you belongs to love. It speaks in love. The body is the problem. You must step out of the body and become spiritual beings, so that when the time comes, you will live on as other generations have done millions of years ago. The people of Atlantis were an empire practicing transforming themselves, for they saw that their environment was heading towards destruction. This is what you have to learn to do. You have to have already within you a latent power. It is waiting on you. You can mentally prepare yourself and decide to change the way you have been programmed in the society. What has happened to you is against your heavenly nature. Within meditation, fasting, and self-discipline, you will be able to rule the body. What has happened to you is against your heavenly nature. With meditation, fasting, and self-discipline, you will be able to rule the body. The source of all life is divine love, for it is moving inside of you. It is a healing force. As you keep a proper diet and a healthy body, you become a hospital within yourself. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. A mashafa, or a shafi, which means to cure, to heal of a disease, or to make someone well or restore health. And in Sufi way of life, you seek to cure yourself and others by excelling in your mental powers. So you see, you are a heavenly being, and with the righteous guidance, you can become a god again.